Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video on Tank Company in which we're going to talk about the T69. It's totally unrelated to my previous videos because usually I try to do the whole range, but here I decided, you know what, why not? I'm grinding to the T58, I'm at the T69, the rest of the branch was not interesting, but this one definitely worth keeping. To make it quick, there are three things you need to know about the T69. The first concerns the mobility. When you use it correctly and when you do have enough credits to equip it with the right equipments, you should go pretty fast, around 55-60 kilometers per hour, which is definitely enough for you to do the job. The second thing is the armor profile. You are not a tank that is meant to take shots or any kind. You need to stay in the back supporting others. And when I say being in the back, I don't mean camping in the bush like a traditional tank destroyer, but rather being at the first line but waiting for your allies to take shots for you, and after you go out of your position and you snap your shell. Of course, if you do not have this possibility, you do have one advantage, the fact that the tank is weirdly angled, which means that sometimes people will shoot at your turret and automatically ricochet, whereas sometimes they will just penetrate like they are equipped with a laser. And to finish off, we're going to talk about the most interesting part of the tank, which is why it's a support one, aka its gun. 4 shells autoloader and not so good DPM, let's be fair, 1.9 thousand. The bad thing about it, in my opinion, is the penetration with your regular shell, sitting at only 188 millimeters, which means that you do not want to brawl against heavies front because you are not going to be able to penetrate. The cool thing is that you have 4 shells in the magazine for 240 alpha damage, which means that if you shoot all your shells, you have a possibility of clipping at least 1000 on your opponents. On top of that, you're equipped with 9 degrees of gun depression, making you extremely versatile regardless of the map you are playing on. Minus the gun dispersion that is sitting at 0.36, which is not the best, but not the worst either. As long as you fully aim before shooting, you should be fine. That being said, let's see what this thing has in its stomach. So there we go, playing on El Alamein, I don't really know how we say it, basically a desert map. Here, what we want to do as a T69 is making sure that we keep it and stay with the rest of the forces, but specifically the main forces. What I mean by that is that usually the teams are splitting up at the beginning of the match. One going on the left, one part going on the left, one part going on the right. What you want to do is analyzing which one of those two groups is the biggest. And you go with the biggest. This is what I would do with the T69. I did it since I had the tank and I never really had problems while making it, while doing it. So what we're going to do next, we want, thanks to our mobility, to arrive to the position before everyone else. This way I'm going to be able to snap all of my 4 shells at the beginning, meaning a free 1000 damage directly within the first 2 minutes of the game. So there we go, we're going to place ourselves, and as you can see, we are not trying to push too much. It's not what our tank is meant for. We are staying in the back, and we will wait for the other tanks to take shots for us. We are not a tank supposed to brawl, we are a support tank, and we are going to play like it. So you see that the enemies are not focusing on me right now. I see that they have their guns turned on me. So what I'm going to do is trying to turn back a little bit, rolling, dealing all of my damage. And now the boring part, the boring side of the tank starts. You have 20 seconds of it, actually. And during this moment, what you need to do is just wait. It's kind of boring, let's be fair. But at least it's not like you had to wait for 30, 35 seconds, even 40 seconds. I mean, it's not that long, it's okay. So there we go, you see that there is a real player right in front of us. We're going to try to burst 2 shells and bang, 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 there we go. Something I forgot to mention about the T69 is how cool the reload between shells is. Because 2 seconds is not enough for your enemies to react, which means that you can sneak at least 2 shells, like what happened with the Target 2 Python. And at the same time, it allows you to burst all your shells within 6 seconds, which is, let's be honest, not that bad at all, because it secures you 1000 damage. Once again, what we're going to do here is staying with the heavies. So you see that we are not camping in the back. That's not what our tank is supposed to. But at the same time, we are not taking damages. We are waiting for the reload to be complete. We are going to go out of our position if it's needed. But yeah, it seems like it's not going to be needed. I'm trying to track down that IS-5. Unfortunately, I missed. Not a problem. I'm just going to do all my shots on that boy. And now I'm going back once again to a safe position. It's all about hit and run with the T69 if I really had to summarize the playstyle. And it's gonna work perfectly. But at the same time, you need to be map aware. Just take a look at how I'm gonna play right now. It's going to be interesting. You see that we are in a situation where there are 3 of us against 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So what we want to do is escaping, or at least finishing off some targets, which is exactly what we are currently trying. So there we go, we burst some shells on the IS-5, killing it, the T69 killing it. Unfortunately, we missed the target. And here, luckily for us, it seems like our turret did the job by bouncing this tiger. So now we are going to do the exact same, waiting for the reload and going back on those 2 guys.
We need support.
So come on, reload a little bit faster, and there we go. I'm waiting for the target to see someone else. I burst my shell, killing it, and now all I have to do is going on that T44. Luckily for us, thanks to our mobility, we should be able to arrive here before the rest of the team. And at the same time, I'm quite happy because there is, on top of that, a nice U152. So we're gonna obviously focus first on the T44. I'm snapping a first shell. Unfortunately, I did not manage to kill it. And here I failed. I thought that the guy that died was the T44 because I was looking badly. And I forgot to kill the T44. Luckily, I have 4 shells, so I went for it. And now, sitting at nearly 1,000 damage assist and 3,500 regular damage, we just have to finish off the rest of the opponents. Let's maybe try to speed things up a little bit, just to not get that boring line where there is nothing interesting to see. So there we go, there is a Type 6959 here, and we start bursting some shells. We go for 2 shells, we're going to try to go for a 3rd one. But unfortunately for us, and luckily for the IS-5, it's solved by a great Amarak, a juicy one. And to be fair, it's good to see Amaraks from time to time in this game because I feel like they are extremely hard to get. I truly, since I started, I probably saw like 10 Amaraks within 1,000 battle, which is definitely not a lot, considering that in Wor'd, for example, you get them much faster. And now all we have to do is trying to spot the enemies, and once they are spotted, we're going to try to burst our shell. And as you can see, I'm not going out of my position here because both of them are taking a look at me. We are just going to wait for them to turn their turrets, or at least one of them to turn their turrets, so I can burst my shell. Now Targeting can't see me, the lover doesn't have enough alpha damage to kill me in one go, which means that yes, I'm going out of my position. I'm taking the shot from the lover, but at least it allowed me to get myself to 1,000 more damage. And just like that, we are sitting at 4,700 damage, 4 kills, and 2,200 assists. And now I'm gonna do something totally dumb and greedy. I thought that the lover was not gonna take a look at me, and oh shit, he actually looked at me, killed me, but I got some resistance assist damage, which is still a nice trade, regardless of if you do the damage yourself or if someone does it while you are spotting the tank. It's the same when it comes to the experience at the end of the game. And this is pretty much how you are supposed to play your T69. To be fair with you, I feel like it's a tank that is great when put in good hands, which means that if you are new, you shouldn't go for this type of tank, and generally you shouldn't go for the T58 line. It's something more for experienced players, people that already played World of Tank Blitz, etc., and have some knowledge. Because otherwise, if you play the T69 by camping, you are not going to do as much damage as you could, and if you don't play it in support, you are going to lose more damage than you are going to lose more games, than you should. So hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Tell me in the comments if yes or no you already played the T69 in Tank Company. And personally, I'm going to see you soon for a new video. Bye.